I'm sharing my screen right now. So everybody also, you can
Okay, sir.
open to your Scratch interface. Can everybody see my Scratch interface?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So last week we talked about one or two things. The introduction, how to make your Scratch move, and so on and so forth. I don't want to waste our time. Um, please, I want to believe you guys, you know what to do to move your sprites, to change the background, to change the sprites, and so on and so forth. Okay, and I told you that from the left to right here, we have our toolbox. Can somebody still remind us? Here we have our coding area. Here is our sprite selection, and here is our sprite preview and sprite selection. Okay, now for you to be very good at Scratch, you need to know almost everything that we have here. I said that the same thing last class. You need to know everything that we have right here. Okay, and how do you actually know their work? This is IT, this is coding and robotics. You are not cramming anything. It's not formula. You are not cramming anything. Okay, you just do projects. Okay, we are going to be doing some projects. So as we do the project, you get to know what they really do. Okay, are you guys with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you get to know what they really do. Okay, now the first project that I want to show us today that we are going to be doing, it's already on my system. We start from the scratch. Is call it Batton. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the first project that we are doing today. I'll just play. Okay. Okay, I want to believe you can all see the screen. Okay, so that is the first project that we are building this evening. And because of our time, I just hope that we finish it on time. Okay, very simple. We have four sprites on the screen. Okay, it's just like Batton, like a kind of inter-sport relay. You have to pass the baton to another person, and then from there the person pick it up, give it to the next person, and so on and so forth. So that is what we are trying to build this evening. Now I will open a new project so that we do it from the scratch. Okay, now if you have your system with you, I don't know how you are going to do it. If you can be watching my screen and at the same time be working on your scratch. Okay, what you just do is you minimize the screen of your scratch, and then you minimize the screen of your zoom. You put them side by side. That is, if you are using system. If you are on mobile, you can still be watching the tutorial. The link will be sent later so that you can follow the link and do the same thing. Okay, because it's a practical class. It's not actually theory. It's a practical class. So I like it when I do something and you guys also lay your hand on it. Okay, it's hand-on project. Okay, now I have one sprite here. What I will just do is, instead of coming to this place, import another one. No, since they're the same thing, I'll just duplicate. That is, right click, and then you see duplicate, right click, duplicate. So I have four sprites on my screen. So I will rearrange them. This one will be here. Sprite 1, make sure that your sprite 1 is there. Sprite 2 is there. Sprite 3 is there. No, that's sprite 4. Sprite 4 is there. And then we have sprite 3 here. Okay, you can change their name if you like, but because of our time, I will not be changing their name. So we have four sprites. Sprites 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we have four guys on the screen. Okay, now I can change their color so that we know the difference. So how do I change the color? Please, are you guys with me? Korede, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I assume everybody can hear me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I assume everybody can hear me. So you can change your background. You know what to do. You come to this place. Can somebody suggest any background for us? Anyone? Okay, let's pick this one. Okay,
Not
yeah.
funny.
You can pick any background that you like. Okay. Now I said I want to change their color. So when I click on this first one, go to costume. Okay, I go to costume and I'll click on this fill bucket. I just change the head of this one. This is the color. You can set the color to anything that you like. You can set the color to anything. So I'll just change the head of this guy. I'll change the head of this guy so that we know that our sprite one, the color of the sprite one is different. Let me quickly change the color of the sprite 3 so that you can do the changing of the color on your own. So I set this one to red, pick the same field tool, change this one, click second costume, and change this one. So we have that one. Okay. Now the first thing, control, no, event, when green flag is what clicked. That one, we are very conversant with that one. When green flag is clicked, okay. And what do I want this guy to do? You know, Scratch, or let me say code programming generally, they call it language, okay? And the difference between human language and computer language is because computer does not actually hear English. I hear English, but I don't hear Igbo. So if an Igbo person wants to communicate with me, he has to speak either in English that I understand or Yoruba. Okay, but the fundamental of language is for everybody to understand, right? Okay, now
Yes, sir.
this thing is just like you speaking to somebody. As simple as that. They have made it so simple for us that it is English like. Okay, you can change language here. If you don't, you know, we have so many languages. We have English, French, so many of them here. Okay, but because we are speaking English, okay, so it's actually language, and we have a compiler that will actually interpret it for computer from English then down to machine level. Okay, it's just like I want to talk to somebody that does not understand English. The person does not understand Yoruba at the same time. What do I need? I need a kind of interpreter, okay, that we hear what I'm saying, give it to that person, hear what that person is saying, give it back to me. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do here. Okay, computer does not understand English. Me, I do not understand machine language. So we have an interpreter between both of us. Okay, so that is just the basic. So we have when green flag is clicked, right? I'll go to, can everybody hear me? Corey, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so forever, okay. Okay, instead of this forever, let's use another one. I will use repeat until, this is another function here. Repeat until, like instead of forever, repeat something until what? So I'll say, oh, sorry, I'm working on sprite 3. I have to go back to sprite 1. Sorry for that. I want to work on sprite 1 first. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So click on sprite 1. So when green flag is clicked, the same thing. Under control, I will say repeat until what? So go to your sensing, repeat this first one, repeat until touching sprite 2. Now repeat until touching sprite 2. So what are you repeating? I want you to move 10 steps. Okay, and not only moving points in direction of this. No, now this point in direction, the meaning is just like your 4 cardinal points, like up, down, left, and right. Okay, your 90 is to your right. If I turn it to 0, it's up. If I turn it to 180, it's going down, and minus 90 is left. So I turn it to 90 because I want it to go to right. So I paste it here. Okay, so if I play this thing, you see what happened? It will just glide down to the other one. If I drag it back, the same thing, and I click it again, to just, that is, repeat this step until you touch this sprite 2. Okay, you are getting there.
Okay.
So I will go to looks, and I will put next custom, like changing your custom. If you remember those that were in class, in the last class, and weight is 0.3. So when I click this, so this is what we have. The guy is actually going to meet the second guy. Okay, now I will add something. I want to add that anytime I click on the green button, go back to your normal position instead of me dragging you back. So if I go to motion, you see something like this. Okay, let me increase the font of this thing so that everybody can see, because we might not be able to finish this project today. I will give us as homework, so we can just do like 2 or 3. So that is why I want everybody to actually get it. So I will break it down. Okay, I'll break it down again. So the first thing, let me just delete this one and do it again. So we have this. When green flag is clicked, we are working for, or mean on this sprite 1, and I told you go to control and repeat until that. This is what you do. You just like a command, repeat until something happens. Okay, so I'll come to this place, and I will say repeat until touching this, until touching sprite 2. Okay, repeat until touching sprite 2. Now what do you want to repeat? I want this guy to move down to the sprite 2. So how do you do your movements? You go to motion. Okay, move 10 steps, but mind you, in which direction? You know, this is actually, we are talking to computer. Okay, we are talking to computer. Move 10 steps. Okay, in the what direction? Do you get it now? Move 10 steps. You have to specify it in what direction. Okay, so I'll go to point into direction of 90 because I want it to go to right. If I change this thing to 180 and I play, you see what happened now? It's going down. Do you get it now? And that is not what we want. I want it to go to the right. Okay, so that is why I will change this one to 90. Okay, and play. Do you see it now? So let me do that again. That is the direction. If you want it to move up, then you change it to 0. If you want it to go to the left, then you change it to minus 90. Repeat until touching sprite 2, point in direction of 90, move 10 steps. But mind you, you have to change your costume, next costume, and you have to let it wait for some seconds. So I choose 0.3 seconds. Okay, so when I play this guy now, we can see that the guy is actually moving here down to the other guy. Okay, so, and I said the position is this. If you come to motion, This is the position of the first cat. So anytime I click on my green button, the guy will go and meet the second guy. If I click on the green button again, it will start from the initial position. So that is what we mean by adding this second line there, block. That is actually what we mean. So if I click again, then it will go there. Okay, so now we are done without no. Now the next thing now is when you get to this other guy, go back to your original position. Okay, so how am I going to do that? I will use what we call glide, which is down here. I'll put it here. Glide 1 second, then back to where? Back to your original position. And the original position is minus 192. Minus 192 and 130. Okay, good. So let's play again and let's see. Okay, can we see it now that the guy quickly rushed back to his original position? Okay, to its original position. So that is the first thing that we actually want. Okay, if you want the guy to turn to the other side, you can as well do it. So what I will just do, somebody can just suggest for me. I will just go and add point in direction here, just here, and I will change this one to minus 90 so that it will face the opposite direction. So let's see. Okay, it faced the opposite direction, but now turn it upside down. Just come to this place and then click this. Okay, I've explained all this before in our first tutorial. So we only need to write one code. The other one, we can tweak the code. You just copy and paste. Then we are good to go. Yes, perfect. So that is what we want for this first one now. Okay, now for the second one, now for this other one, the sprite 2 to move, please see what I want to do. Please follow me closely. Okay, follow it closely. For the other sprites to move, although it is advisable for you to click on it and start all over again, okay, but what I will just do is I will just copy the code that I have here on the first one. I'll just copy and then paste it on the second one. But I feel we should actually do this one also so that we get what we are trying to do. At least if we did not get this first one, we should get the second one. Okay, I will not copy and paste for now, so that let's do it again for this one. Okay, so now somebody has suggested what is the first thing that we need to do right here? What do we need to do? Okay, Ajibade, you are back, and Emmanuel, and don't, since you can hear me, it's okay. So it's okay because of our time. Okay, so sorry, I have to mute everybody again. If you want to tell us, you can just raise up your hand so that I will unmute that person. Okay, and people that we are using for monitor, they are still there. Ajibade, you can unmute yourself. Emmanuel, you can unmute. Emmanuel, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
You can. Okay, Shikemi is somebody. So both of you, if you can hear me, others also can hear me. So when green flag is clicked, do we have anybody that wants to do it for us? Okay, let me do it for the second one. Then we do it for the third one together, and the fourth one is going to be our homework. So what do we want this thing to do? Is I'll come to the motion. I want it to move. Okay, but which direction now? It will be what? Pointing towards 180 direction, which is going down. So when you point down, move 10 steps, right? Okay, and repeat until touching what? Until touching sprite 3, that is here. Until touching sprite 3. Okay, don't
Yes, sir.
forget to change your costume, next costume, and wait 0.3 sec. Wait 0.3 sec. Okay, so if I play that one, you see what happened. It's actually going down, but that is not what we want. Okay, so to fix that, we know what to do. Come to this place, just click this center one, and we are good to go. Okay, so I will take this guy back here and I will play. So it's actually going to meet the third sprite. Okay, so and don't forget to add your direction. I mean your position rather. Don't forget to add your position here. Okay, let me check position for this one. 192, 130. So this one also will be 192. So if I click this one now, this one is going down till it touches the third sprite. Okay, so when you touch the third sprite, what do we want? We want it to move back up. Okay, glide back to, no, not this option, glide back to this place, and the point in direction of 90 this time around. You know, it's from 180. No, this 90 will go right, but go up will be 0. I will change that one back to 0. Okay, then go back to your original position, which is 192, 121. So if I click this one now, when it touches the third sprite, it will just glide up to the original position. So we have 2 now. Okay, now let me play the general green button now. Let's see what happens. Can you see that both of them, they are starting at the same time because something is missing? Okay, because something is missing. So what is missing is this second one has to receive instruction from this first one before it starts moving. Do you get it now? This second one, the first one has to touch the second one before the second one starts its own instruction. So how are we going to do that? We have the first one, we have the second one. So I will say before you even attempt to do anything, you have to wait for the other guy. Okay, so there's another option that we use. I'll go to control, and we have what we call wait until. Okay, so I can actually put it here. Okay, wait until, go to your sensing, wait until touching sprite 1. So which means if sprite 1 is not touching you, you are going nowhere. Okay, now let's play it now. Let's see what happens. So we can see that the guy is actually stagnant. He's going nowhere until the first guy touches it. Then we have it now. We have it now. Let me play it again. We have it now. Okay, okay, that is what we want. The second one is, oh, okay, good. That is what we want. So the third one, we are going to do the third one together, and the fourth one will be assignment. Then when you get this fourth one, you just put everything inside forever, and then they start doing it forever. Now to do this, okay, before we proceed, do you have any question? Our time is fast spent, although we started late. I just want to be sure that everybody can hear me. Okay, Shikemi, you are back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, which means everybody can hear me. Okay, we can all see the screen now. So let's quickly do it for the third card. This time around, please, if you are not getting it, please get it once and for all now, because we don't have much time again. So I'll click on the third sprite. I will clear everything that we have on the third sprite. This is the first sprite. We have something there. This is the second one. We have some things under. And this is the third one. We don't have anything. So what I will just do is I will just copy the whole code here and put it on the third sprite. So how do I do that? I'll right click, duplicate, put it here, then drag it onto the third sprite, then clear this one. So we have this on the third sprite. Do we get it now? Okay, we have it on the third sprite now, but we just have to edit the code a little bit. So am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? So the green flag is already there. The green flag is clicked. Okay, then go to the position of this one. You can always see the position here. The position of the third one is here. Mine is 198 minus 123. So I change this one to 198, 198 minus 123 minus 123. Okay. So, and I will say wait until somebody should guess now, until touching what? Sprite 2. You know we are working on sprite 3. So sprite 3 should wait until the sprite 2 comes down here and touch. Okay, I hope we are getting it. Then repeat this one. Point in direction of what? Now you know it's going to the left, so point in direction of 90. Okay, move 10 steps, 10 costume, everything is fine. Then when you complete your direction, go back to what? Go back to right. That is 90. Okay, and then glide to your original position, and the original position is what? 198 minus 123 minus 123. Okay, so let's play. Let's see what happens. Okay, that one is actually turning upside down, and I think we know what to do. So just come to this place. Come to this place. Click on this middle one, and that is all. Something is wrong now. Can we see? Something is wrong. This one is not actually going back. Now, I want somebody to quickly fix this problem for us now. I will unmute. Okay, anybody that can give us the answer, I'll be very happy. Now, let me play this thing again. Let's see what is happening. You know, this is computer. You have to specify each step. Okay, the first one is going. It's fine. Goes back. The second one, fine. Goes back. Now, let's see the third one. Can somebody fix this third one for me? What is wrong with the code? The third one is not actually going back. When it touches this one, it's just going to that place. So please, who can fix that one for us? If you can fix this for us, just raise up your hand. Or just chat me up. We only have 1 minute. Just send message. Or tell us what to do. Let me play it again so that we see. Number 1 is working fine. Number 2 is working fine. But number 3 is not working fine. So, Ogunya, what I'm listening. What is the issue? I cannot hear you. Please, I'm waiting. Who can tell us? Nobody. Okay. So, Olusegun Manuel, what's the problem? What's the issue? Can you see? The third one is not doing what we want. Nobody can answer. Okay, very simple. Let me quickly answer. Very simple. This is the code. This is the problem. Let's quickly check this one. From here, from sprite 1, I say repeat until touching 2. When you touch 2, that is when you go back. Okay. For sprite 2, repeat until touching 3. It is when you touch 3, that is when you go back. But on sprite 3 now, can we still see repeat until touching 3? Which means it will never go back, because this is a okay, it's even 3, like repeat until you touch yourself, which is not possible. So we have to change this one to what? To 4. Repeat until touching 4. So that is it. So let's play it again. Okay. You have the second one, and then the third one. This is so that is a problem, because we are saying repeat until touching this sprite 4. When you get to this sprite 4, that is when you should do what? Turn back. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's class. I'm going to stop the recording aspects now. So if we have any question at the same time, I will stop my screen. If we now have any question, we have only 5 minutes to